Hari Om. Gently close your eyes. Your fingers interlaced and placed in front. Your breathing normal. Your back, neck and head erect. Attend to your mind. Gently dismiss all the thoughts that come into your mind. We will chant the mantra Om. Sahana Bhavatu Sahanam Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Mavet Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti. Let us chant the 10 shlokas from Atma Bodha, verses 21 till 30, please. Dehendriya gunan karmani amale satchidatmani adyasyantya vivekena Gagane Nilatadivat Ajnanan Manasopadhehe Kartritvadini Chatmani Kalpyantem Bhugate Chandre Chalanadiyatham Basaha Ragecha Sukha Dukkhadi Buddhau Satyam Pravartate Sushuptau Nasti Tannashe Tasmad Buddhestu Natmanaha Prakashorkasyato Yasya Shaityam Agneryatoshnata Swabhava Satchidananda Nitya Nirmalatatmanaha Atmana Satchidam Sascha Buddhe Vrittirite Dvayam Samyojacha Vivekena Janamiti Pravartate Atmano Vikriya Nasti Buddhir bodho na jatviti Jiva sarvamalam nyatva Nyata drashteti muhyati Rajju sarpavadatmanam Jivo Nyatva Bhayam Vahet Naham Jiva Paratmeti Nyatasched Nirbhayo Bhavet Atmava Bhasayat Ekaha Buddhyadhinindriyanyapi Deepo Gatadivastvatma Jadaistairnavabhasyate Swabodhe Nanyabodhe cha Bodharupatayatmanaha Nadipasya Deepe cha Yatha Svatma Prakashane Nishidya Nikhilopadhin Neti Neti Vakyataha Vidyadaikyam Mahavakyaihi Jivatma Paramatmanoho. Let us quickly run through the topic summary. The first one was role of faith. Number 2, not to criticize others or find faults. Number 3, I know attitude. Number 4, concept of devotion. Number 5, have a purpose in life. Number 6, do not justify your actions. Number 7, what toys that bring joys. Number 8, desiring versus deserving. Number 9, ego and complexes. Number 10, objectivity. Number 11, physical body, mind, intellect optimized. Number 12, 3 qualities to be integrated in life. Number 13, 3 mental temperaments. Number 14, mind the monkey. Mind is compared here as a monkey. No human being is a monkey. That is not the comparison here. Number 15, qualities of leadership. Number 16, how to manage time. Number 17, how to handle emotions. Number 18, how to face the challenges in life. 19, characteristics of self-development. And number 20, key to success. So far, we have discussed probably up to objectivity, 10 topics or so. And probably we would have started the 11th one, B, M and I optimized. It is not, if you ask a person who is going to gymnasium, they will expand this BMI as, anybody? Any guess? Yes, body mass index. But that is not what we are discussing here. What we are discussing here is physical body. B stands for physical body. M stands for, yes, good, mind. And I stands for, yes, very good, intellect. Optimized. What do you mean by optimized? Yes, how to increase the productivity, how to reach the optimum capacity with the help of physical body, mind and intellect. Friends, a human being has 3 equipments. I am not talking in terms of medicine here, the field of medicine. I am talking about from a layman's point of view. A human being has 3 equipments: physical body, the mind and intellect. Sometime back we discussed saying that this physical body is compared to a puppet. The puppet on its own do not perform any action. There is a fine thread connected to the puppet, a string attached to the puppet. One end of the string is attached to that puppet and the other end of the string is being pulled by a person behind the screen. So the comparison here is the puppet is equivalent to the physical body, the string is equivalent to thoughts. Purposely I am not bringing in mind and intellect here. Thoughts. Friends, it is the thoughts which are propelling our physical body. It is like the string which is propelling, making, animating the puppet to move, to dance. It is the string which gives life to the puppet. It is the thought or the thoughts in singular or plural, assuming it is plural because many thoughts are there. It is the thoughts which give life to the physical body. Then your logical question will be, what gives life to the thoughts? The vasana give life to the thought. Then another logical question will be, what gives life to the vasanas? Physical actions can be understood. Thoughts can be understood. What sort of demeaning action, gross action, a subtle action can be understood at the physical level. A thought can be understood by another thought, whether it is a selfish one or the unselfish one or a selfless one, whatever it is. Then what gives life to the thoughts? The masters, the great masters in the past, they gave the word as vasana. Thought can be understood. Source of thought is unknown, and yet there is a source, and that unknown is given the name here as vasana. Indescribable. It cannot be defined. It cannot be explained. Then what gives life to the vasana? If vasana itself cannot be explained, then how can you explain something else which is giving life to that vasana? Again, the masters gave the name as Atman. Not Atma, Atman, A-T-M-A-N, not Atman. If you separate the words, then it becomes At-man. It is not that. It's a Sanskrit word, Atman. If you see most of the Sanskrit textbooks, especially the commentary on the Bhagavad Gita, Bhajagovindam or Atma Bodha, the Upanishads, etc., or any commentary on Vedanta, in the very beginning, the Sanskrit words, how it should be pronounced, etc. So the print is there in black and white, and there the words with ah, that sound, you have a small dash on the top. It means it is the dirgha, a long elongated word, a sound. So that word ah is pronounced here as ah, atman. So on top of A, it's always capital A. When it refers to atman, there is a dash on the top. So coming back to a discussion here, body, mind, intellect. Physical body by itself is inert, no life. So what gives life to the physical body is the thoughts. Now, this thought, if it is questioned, the logical question will be, when did I start developing this thought? This morning? Last night? Yesterday morning? Or a week back? We don't know how long we are entertaining thoughts. So in other words, I am trying to explain here what is this mind and intellect. Mind and intellect are both our thoughts. Then when do we say it is a mind and when do we say it is an intellect? When I say thought here, the thought which are already there, it's like a reservoir of pool of thoughts. It's like a reservoir, pool of thoughts. When that thought, past thought, is not questioned, if it is not discriminated now, and when a person acts based on that thought without any questioning, reasoning, discrimination here is not black and white, rich or poor. When the person does not question, then we say it is the mind. Emotion is also a thought. So, an emotion here, anger. So that anger triggers the physical body to perform an action. Without any questioning, if that anger animates the physical body to perform the action, then it is the mind which is propelling the action here. Jealousy, not questioned, not discriminated, not analyzed, and then propels the physical body to perform an action. Then it is the mind which is propelling the physical body to action. A thought, a lust is propelling the physical body to perform an action. It is the mind which is propelling the physical body into action. There is no thinking, there is no questioning, and this is what is called as an impulsive thought. Why did you perform an action impulsively? We say that. Greed propelling the physical body to perform an action. So it is a thought, not questioned, not analyzed, not reasoned, propel the physical body to perform an action. It is called the mind which is propelling the physical body to action here. Indiscriminative, impulsive, emotional, etc. On the other hand, if the thought, the past thought, is questioned, analyzed, reasoned, discriminated upon, thought about, and give clear signal, instruction to the physical body to perform an action, then we say it is the intellect which has propelled the physical body to perform an action. Discriminative thought, discriminative action, as against indiscriminative action, as against impulsive action. Hope I am making myself clear here. So the mind and the intellect is based on the functionality. In our daily actions, day-to-day actions, we cannot sit and make an analysis as to whether this is the mind or the intellect. It is so rapid, continuous, spontaneous, monotonous. It goes on. Therefore, we are confused whether I acted based on the mind or the intellect. So in every second, every split moment, a person is acting, and whether it is the mind propelling or the intellect propelling, only that person will know. And those who are using their buddhi, intellect, the Sanskrit word for intellect is buddhi, the Sanskrit word for mind is manas. So that person who is the thinking type of person knows, yes, I have thought about it, analyzed it, reasoned, discriminated, and then now I am acting. Though it is spontaneous. Though it is effortless. Whereas a lot of effort has gone into that action. A lot of effort has gone into that thinking, the background of that action. A player makes an effortless stroke in cricket. The bat comes down and then meets the ball, what is called as the sweet spot, and the ball races to the boundary. So much effort has gone into that timing because a person has practiced n number of times. Therefore, on the ground, it is effortless. Same way, friends, a person has to put in effort. Saha viryam karavavahaihi. Let us exert together. It is not the master alone who is putting in that effort. The teacher and the taught, both of them are putting in that effort. Towards what? Study the scripture and independently think, originally think. I'll just go through this and then I'll come to an explanation of what we have to do with the study of the scriptures. What do we do when we study? What we should do? What analysis has to be done, etc. So, to come back here, impulsive action and the discriminative action. Puppet by itself has no life, inert. It is the string which gives the life. Physical body by itself is inert. It is the thoughts which give life. Now we have analyzed in such a way that for all practical purposes, we don't say it is the thought which is propelling the physical body into action. It is either the mind, the intellect, or the combination. There is a thought, the mind like to do something, whereas there is also, reason, discrimination on that like, which is a thought here. Therefore, there is a consent given by the intellect to the mind and to the physical body. So, three types of activity are possible. Either the mind alone propelling the physical body to perform an action, The intellect alone, reason alone can propel the physical body to action. The third possibility is the confluence of the mind and the intellect propelling the physical body to action. And this is what, if you see the picture where Krishna and Arjuna on the chariot driven by either it is 4 horses or the 5 horses. Since we are talking about physical body, mind and intellect, let us assume there are 5 horses. I will also explain what the 4 horses mean. So the physical body has 5 organs of perception and the 5 organs of action. Jnana Indriyas, organs of perception. Karma Indriyas, organs of action. So what is these organs of perception? Eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. Eyes see color and form. Ear hear sound. Nose smell. The tongue taste. And the skin touch. Let us analyze this optimized productivity here by making use of this B, M and I. And the 5 organs of action: speech, hands, limbs, organ of procreation and the organ of action, evacuation. Beg your pardon. I repeat, organs of perception, 5 in number. Organs of action, again 5 in number. So totally there are 10 organs constituting the physical body. Mind is the seat of likes, dislikes, feelings, emotions, desires, worry, anxiety, attachment, etc. Intellect is the faculty to think, reason, discrimination. Friends, plants have only the physical structure. We have discussed this before. For whatever worth it is, we are just touching upon in this topic here. Plants have only a physical structure. For example, you can make a chart. The chart can be horizontally, you write plants, animals and human. And then on the top here, physical body, mind and intellect. So as against plants, the physical structure is there. Plants do not have any likes and dislikes. Plants do not have emotions, feelings. Plants do not have any attachment. So no mind, put an into mark there. And then plants do not think, cannot think, so no intellect. So as against physical body, you put a tick mark there, and then as against mind, X mark, and intellect again X mark. With reference to animals, they have a robust body and they have very strong likes and dislikes, attachment to the master. You can't say worry and anxiety. Yes, few animals, they do feel anxious, especially when they are, at the time of birth, etc. Can they think? Basic thinking is there. Basic discrimination between what is food and what is dirt, who is a master, who is a stranger. But that cannot be equated to, thinking like how a human being does. A cow cannot think, should I be a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian? A lion cannot think, should I be a meat eater or, a herbivore? So practical purposes, it is an into mark there with reference to intellect as against animals. Human being has physical body, they have well developed emotions, and a human being alone can think. Now I am making use of this thinking here. Come back to BMI chart again. Now there is a color and form. The eyes see the color and form. Sometime back we discussed the physical body is inert, no life. At the same time, the physical body by itself cannot see. Then color and form, you can make a note of this if it is possible. I will go very slowly. Color and form, you write on the right extreme of your paper or a notebook. And on the top you write external stimuli. So in external stimuli, you can make a note, color and form. Then put a small dash, and to its left you write eyes. And on top of eyes, physical body. And then put a small dash, you write like, dislike. So, as against this like and dislike on the top, you can write mind. Now let us analyze this. Mind propelling the physical body to action. There is a predominant like. Now the like here is the mind. The mind has got a predominant liking for a particular color and form. Therefore, the mind, through the eyes, the physical body, is giving instruction to the entire physical body. This like is very powerful. Therefore, the mind alone is propelling the physical body to move towards that color and form. Hope I am clear here. Now, come a little below. You write sound under external stimuli. Then dash ear, sound, ear, and then again like and dislike. Therefore, the mind, which is here the like, for a particular sound, is giving instructions to the ear to hear a particular sound or a dislike. Same thing goes with smell, the nose, taste, the tongue, touch, the skin. So there is no role for thinking here, which we have not discussed so far. Now, the mind on its own, if it decides any course of action, sometimes it may be detrimental or fatal. Swami Pasarde, Swamiji always used to say, what we like to do may not be what we ought to do in life. So, now this mind is propelling the physical body to perform an action. Many a times, we do not fall a prey to the stimuli. Many a times, the action performed by the physical body, propelled by the mind alone, may not be detrimental or fatal. It is like there are 7 green balls, 2 amber color balls, and 1 red ball in a basket which is closed. So you don't see, but there is a small hole, and that hole is also closed. Only when you put your hand inside, it opens. Assuming it's like a valve. So you are asked to pick a ball. So you don't know what ball you're going to pick up. What is the probability that you will pick up that green, amber, and the red ball? It is something like that. There is no guarantee. you first time you may pick the green one. Second time you may pick the amber one. I'm happy here, you may say. Even nth time also you may not pick up that red one. But there is also an equal possibility that the first time you may pick up the red one, and the picking up the red one is equivalent to acting on that like, acting on the mind through the physical body. So there is a very, very likely chance that we may fall a prey. So now let us go a little further ahead. Do not mistake me. Now I am analyzing organs of perception are analyzed here, organs of action now. So, the speech is propelling the physical body to perform an action. In what way? A person has a very powerful like for talking, like a chatterbox, like an idiot box, continuously speaking. The fellow doesn't know when to stop. Sometimes causing ear pain for others. Limbs, your hands can propel the physical body to action. Now the grossest part, the procreation. So now I am not talking about the procreation part here. I am talking about that lust. Through that action, the physical body is being, gravitating towards that external stimuli. How many of us fall a prey? So, friends, do not mistake me again here. There is, the Bhajagovindam Adi Shankara beautifully talks about why a person fall a prey to the navel by seeing the navel, of a person, of a woman. So woman here is portrayed as, enjoyment, kamini. Many girls have this name, kamini. There's nothing wrong in the person there. There's nothing wrong in a person having this name. But there is a possibility that if a person has a powerful like for lust, that color and form of that person, that sound, etc., etc. I can't go any further here because this is a classroom. There is a dignity. But I am only suggesting here that, the mind on its own, propelling the physical body to perform an action, can be detrimental or sometimes fatal. Now, let us analyze by bringing in the thinking part, the faculty called intellect. Now, the stimuli, color and form, the eyes, the physical body. I'm going backwards like this, okay, from right to left. And then the mind, the like. And now you have thinking, reasoning, analysis, discrimination, reason, and on top of this you please write intellect. Now the same situation, there is a stimuli, the eyes are seeing that color and form, the mind likes it, whereas the intellect is now discriminating, should I entertain this like through the eyes to see the color and form or not? It is the intellect which is analyzing the like through the ear, the sound. Should I listen to this sound or not? Exactly same way, if you analyze all, then that thinking is being employed through the like, the mind, the physical body, eyes, ears, nose, taste, touch, skin, etc., and the senses and the stimuli. The same thing can be employed with reference to the lust also here. should I entertain this stimuli entering in through the physical body, the eyes, where the mind has a powerful like. This is at the gross level. The same thing can be analyzed at the subtle level, where you start analyzing the emotion. The emotion of the mind is propelling the physical body to perform an action. Anger, jealousy, greed, lust, etc. Now, it is the intellect where only a human being possesses, not the animals, not the plants, is able to think, decipher, weigh the pros and cons. That intellect has a purpose. We already discussed purpose in life. To attain that purpose, the intellect knows this particular like should not be entertained. This particular feeling should not be entertained. This jealousy should not be entertained. Therefore, the intellect becomes of utmost importance here. Hope I am clear to you all. And this is what that wonderful invocatory prayer talking about Badram Karne Vishunayama Deva Badram Pashye Makshavirajatra Sthirairangai Sushtuang Sastanubi Vyashema Devaritam Yadayu. Let my eyes see auspicious ones. Let my ear hear auspicious ones. It goes on like that. Doesn't mean only the two organs. All the rest. So to reach that ideal, the intellect decides what ought to be done, not what like to be done. There's a difference here. You may have a logical question. Do you mean to say intellect driven action is always successful?